Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my what's currently inked for August of 2025. I didn't do a currently inked for last month, July, because I was away in Colorado for part of that month, and I figured like it would be kind of like a waste to show some pens I was still in process of writing dry, and other pens I deliberately inked up to like the maximum to take on the plane so they wouldn't leak and such. So I was kind of like in between pens at the moment in July, and some of the pens we will be seeing in this video were also inked in June. As aforementioned, I had to like basically like put as much ink as they would handle, even if they were like going down towards the dry point, because I didn't want to have like a big mess with them on the plane. So anyway, and I will be using my new Maruman Nemasini. Yeah, I believe that's the pronunciation. The accent falls on the letter O for the swatching for the currently inked. I have never had a dedicated notebook for currently inked, so this is going to be fun. And I'll just write, currently inked at the top, and then the month with my Jacques Herbin blue glass dip pen. And then, of course, I will be doing the little miniature swatches with my Dominant Industry ink muddler on the. This thing helps with like swatching, and unfortunately, I explained in the recent video, I have no idea what happened. Half of the nib of the dip pen, it just like broke off, and I had to be careful how I like held it when writing. And then the second half, like the bottom part or whatever of the nib, also broke off. So this is kind of busted. Can't really write with it anymore, but I can still use the back. And I will be writing the currently inked with Mulberry Noir. This is one of the inks which I'm currently using, and I really hope there's not any trouble with like ghosting or anything like that. That would be a nasty surprise. I've never used Nemasini paper. I'm sorry, I sound like an idiot like slowly pronouncing it, but I just want to be careful I'm using the correct pronunciation. Don't want to make a fool of myself by using the improper pronunciation. So I'm currently inked in large typeface. Probably better to print it than use cursive. Currently inked, just because I guess it's more like dramatic. Although like cursive, like at least 95% of the time I use cursive. Like I almost never print in, at least in English, if or most other languages, if I can help it. I only like print if I'm writing like Greek or Old English or something like that, when you pretty much like have to use print. Like there's no like cursive system that I'm aware of for those languages. Currently inked. So inked, and I don't like seeing like blank space on the end of lines. If I can help it, so just like I guess smiley face to fill in that blank stuff. Just one of my little quirks. I do not like seeing like too much blank unused space. It just seems kind of like wasteful. Maybe like draw a flower there too. Maybe dip it again to get more ink on there. And hopefully that's a good first test to see how it might be like bleeding over onto the other side. But can't lift the paper right now when it's still in process of drying. That would create like a huge mess. So, okay, I guess that's, good enough. Just put that in the thing, and I will be, currently inked for July 2025. That was a stooge move. Well, I'm still very new to doing this kind of video. Might as well start with the Mulberry Noir ink pen. This is Visconti Voyager Lavender Isles. It's an Atlas exclusive. I was, really disappointed, who wouldn't be. Their price had already gone down, and I got it on a great discount on their Memorial Day sale. But then they dropped the price even more to like a bigger doorbuster sale. And if you get like in the 20% off for a sale or a birthday code, or someone's like, what do they call it? Like loyalty bonus or something, like a YouTuber or someone on social media, use my code and you'll get a discount, and I'll get points to whatever that thing is, so you would get even more like of a discount on this pen. But you can never really predict when exactly a pen is going to go on sale, and like if they'll still have the like the nib size you like in stock. So just as this is going to be just August of 2025. And I won't have nearly as much housekeeping in the beginning when I do like future currently inked videos. This is, of course, just because, like, starting a new notebook and being very new to this kind of video. And I do, again, apologize very profusely because I do not yet have an overhead tripod, but, live and learn. Like, I really am doing the very best with the equipment what I do currently have. And so this is Mulberry Noir from Monteverde, one of my favorite ink brands. It's a really, really nice, deep purple. Because I'm ambidextrous, I'm going to, like, switch up which hands I do the samples with. I don't know if this is, like, I mean, I've obviously seen many other people doing videos. A lot of them do some kind of, like, a circle. They, like a little vial or something. They'd put droplets of ink and then they rub the vial over it to create, like, a little, circle of ink. Or they do other kinds of styles of ink. But I guess this is, like, good enough to get the picture across. Better cap that up before there's embarrassing spillage on camera. I would not like being humiliated like that. And this is a Visconti Lavender Isles Voyager and Atlas exclusive. And, oh, yeah, write the name of the pen. I'm sorry if people think I'm looking like an amateurish stooge already, but I'm really trying my very best with my current technological capabilities. Visconti. And I still have yet to do part 2 of a video I started shooting, I believe, in May about this pen and another pen I got with it. Something to put on my queue, but again, I was away in Colorado for a while, and some of the videos I which went up on my channel in July, I had obviously, like, filmed and scheduled them in advance. Voyager Lavender Isles. It doesn't feel natural to write in print for such an extended period of time. Lavender Isles, and it really does look like a beautiful purple abalone, which was what they were going for. And this is Monteverde Mulberry Noir. Hopefully this video will not be running too long. I'm going to try as much as I can to get it done in, like, one shot, particularly because my, like, storage space issues with my devices, like shooting them back and forth. I mean, airdropping them, like, to edit and then upload them onto the iPad or the phone. And then, like, oh, I don't have enough storage space to import it back onto my computer, even though there was enough space to import it onto the, like, the iPad or the phone in the first place. Monteverde Mulberry Noir. This is such a lovely, beautiful color of purple. Mulberry Noir. I'm so glad I decided to stop hesitating on this pen already, even though I'm so bummed out. I could have gotten an even bigger deal on it had I just waited, but it's just so absolutely, like, beautiful. They got exactly what I wanted, like, dark and medium purple swirls and an even distribution with the white instead of just, like, mostly a huge, like, blob of white or, like, very faint purple you can barely see. Let's see, what should I do next? Okay, I love these 2 pens. These are 2 of my BENU Astro Gems. I also took them with me to Colorado. This one is Vibe from the Diamine Inkvent calendar. I decided I'm going to do a bunch of Inkvents. I will have a future video talking about some, like, mistakes. Not necessarily mistakes, but just, like, things that I did that I shouldn't do the next time around for the upcoming Inkvent. And one of them was, like, not really putting any of them except one in a pen afterwards. Like, that's not how you really decide, oh, will I want a full bottle of this? Do I really like the ink, or does it only look cool in the swatch and painting off the excess in my sketchbook and doing a very short writing sample about the, like, what my initial thoughts with a glass dip pen. So this is Vibe, which was the ink opened on my English birthday last year on the 18th. I pull it out over here. This is definitely on my, top 10 of inks. It's kind of like a really dark teal with, like, a purpley sheen on it. And this is the Apollo Astro Gem. I got a huge, awesome deal on that from a Pen Chalet from one of their many sales in the past. Where did I put my... I have a very small, tight workspace. I do apologize. It does make me look like an amateur, but I'm doing the best I can. And this is an extreme sheen. This is, like, a really, really awesome ink. I could definitely see myself getting, like, a full bottle of it at some point. Yeah, you can see that is a really, really gorgeous, really dark teal. It's like such a dramatic, beautiful ink, but a lot of it does depend on what kind of, paper you're using the ink on. Some are better at, reflecting inks with special properties, and some kind of just like disappear into the page, like the CVS notebook, as I have found out. Cap that up. I do not want any spills on camera. This is not Diamine. Oh, Diamine is the ink. I mean, I'm sorry, the Apollo BENU Astro Gem. And it dries up a little bit differently, and hopefully the light isn't too bad. So this is BENU Astro Gem. Yeah, I'm doing cursive instead of printing like I did before. It's just my natural inclination. Apollo. Like from the time I saw this pen when they introduced the Astro Gems, was it last year or even like a year before? But now I thought like, oh, this looks like Superman's colors, like the blue and the red. And this is Diamine Inkvent. That was day 18. Diamine Vibe Inkvent 2024. This is a really dark, dramatic statement color. And the next is also, the Astro Gem. This is the Juno, which another awesome pen, shall I say. Let's just check the time. Like 11 minutes. Oh, well, maybe hopefully try to keep it 25 minutes or less. I love the beautiful pinky and purpley shade, and this has Cosmic Glow, which that 100%, I'm getting a full bottle of that. This is just like one of my absolute top 5 favorites of the past Inkvent calendar. It's kind of like it goes down kind of bluish looking, but it sheens to a really beautiful, I don't even know how to describe it. It's unlike any other ink I've seen. It's kind of like a reddish, pinkish, purplish sheen. It is absolutely, completely awesome. There's no contest. That is going to be getting a full bottle when, I ordered the full size bottles. I'm so glad they finally released them. That's the main reason I've decided to start using some more of the Inkvents, just to get a better idea, longer term actual writing with it in a pen instead of, oh, an awesome swatch. Oh, looks nice in a writing sample, and when I'm painting off the excess, but sometimes you just have to sit with it for a while. It's like you hopefully wouldn't decide, oh, I'm having an awesome date after, oh, only 20 minutes. Oh, I'm totally going to marry this person. That's going to be the best relationship I ever had. And then maybe you come to discover, well, it's a cool person, but we're not really compatible in important ways. Maybe it was just a fun date, and just or other things like that, maybe adopting a animal or just anything like that. But definitely Cosmic Glow is one of my absolute favorite inks. This is just so absolutely gorgeous. I need to stop swatching it now. I can't pick up the entire book with the swatch. And oh, you could just see, I hope, oh, I'll be shining the light on it. Can you see, it looks so absolutely really, really, really pretty. This is also oh, wait, did I put the wrong? Oh, this is an idiot move of mine. Where is the Cosmic? Oh, Cosmic Glow is in another pen. I'm so sorry. I humiliated myself like that. This is the Clio BENU. I was so damn confused. Hopefully that won't look too bad on camera. I knew something was wrong with that. Was not the right color. This is, and I knew it was an Astro Gem. I just so freaking confused. BENU Astro Gem Clio. I got that because it's a muse of history, and I'm a historian and write historical fiction. This is Diamine Cosmic Glow. No, shouldn't probably really write Inkvent 2024. It's just the name matters at this point. But that was really a big humiliation. I don't know where my stooge mind was going. Put those aside so I don't make another mistake. And now I will write the correct ink for this. Forest Gateau, also an Inkvent ink, is in this beautiful Juno pen. Put that off to the side and get the Forest Gâteau. This is a scented ink. It's really so absolutely beautiful. This is definitely getting a full bottle of this beauty as well. It's kind of like a winey, like purplish, like brownie color, like reddish, like magenta. Like so much is going on, and it smells beautiful, just like Forest Gâteau, the black cherry cake. And a lot of people say like scented inks feather for them, but it hasn't been feathering for me at all. This is an absolute, winner. Like definitely no contest. That's getting a full bottle of ink. And I do apologize again. What happened? Oh, that was just a thing. Fat fibers from the paper towel I'm wiping it off with. But hopefully I will eventually be getting a much larger workspace where I can like spread out my materials instead of just this tiny confines of, space where I'm like forced to just do things and look like an idiot if something drops over. There's not enough space to like put it around on camera. So yeah, this is the one that's in the Juno. This is really pretty, and I can smell it. It smells so freaking good, and it makes me want to like eat a Forest Gâteau myself. It's just and lovely. It's not like a dark, obvious purple like this one up here, but I really have grown to enjoy these, like wine colors, more muted purples and reds, even though my personal favorites do remain the like traditional, like bright, happy, vibrant types of things. I'm sorry if I'm like blabbing aimlessly too much. Okay, and so now this really is the correct ink that matches the swatch. This is BENUs Gems Juno. It's looking a little bit lighter on this particular type of paper than it does in the ones I've been using it on previously. And this is Diamine Forest Gâteau. Forest Gâteau. I absolutely love this. I had actually written this pen dry just a few days ago, but I filled it up again so I could continue using the awesome ink in this beautiful pen throughout the month of August. Now let's see, what am I going to be doing next? I already did that. Just put those off to the side so I do not get confused. Oh, why not go for it? Salted caramel, another Inkvent ink. Let's pull that off, that fiber. This is in the another BENU. Can you tell? It's one of my absolute favorite brands. This is a Goulet exclusive. Not getting into the whole Reddit drama. Sorry, not sorry. That's like, I don't do internet drama on my channel, and I have not heard any like actual firsthand evidence of all these like pitchfork wielding accusations, but that's the end of that topic for now. And this is the iced caramel latte BENU Euphoria. I was disappointed initially that chocolate only like went up to like this far in the pen. Most of the others I'd seen online, they went at least halfway up the pen, but the more I sit with it and use it, the more I like it. And it's just like so like beautiful and unique. I don't really have any other pens in this shade of like light brownish color, and the white. This is not normally a colorway I would go for at all. So you just like never like say never. And I thought like salted caramel A+ for creativity, but it's not really my style. I could not see myself using it. But the more I used it and looked at it, I thought, okay, maybe this could be a cool thing. I don't really have any other inks like this, like a beautiful brownish golden shimmer. Maybe I should get a full bottle of this. Definitely, it's like you can see the beautiful shimmers down at the bottom. But I do think I might need to use this in at least a broad nib or something even bigger than that to fully impact it, instead of like sometimes having to like go over the letters like twice, so the sparkle, the shimmer really shows up to its fullest extent. Keep that upside down while I wipe off this. All part of the fun of trying to do a video in one take through. And I'm so surprised by how much I started really digging this color. I'm not like a brown or gold type of person at all, but here it is. It's so pretty. Do I have to shake the bottle up again to do another go through? It's showing up kind of light, so maybe I will have to like put more stuff on top of it. And the good thing about the muddler is you can like swirl around and shake up a shimmer ink, so you don't have to keep like shaking and shaking and shaking them like so many other shimmer inks. This is I mean I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but I was not expecting for this to turn up one of my favorites to the point I'm seriously thinking I'm definitely getting a full bottle of this, and I enjoy like writing with this, and it's just like so unlike anything I have currently. So, that's like one of many lessons learned in fountain pens. Like, don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone and try something new. You never know what you might end up falling for. I should probably like shake the pen up a little bit before I write with it so the shimmer is distributed. That's another thing about shimmer inks. They're so pretty, but you just have to agitate your pen a lot. And it might be easier if it were like an eyedropper, but let's see how it appears on this type of paper. Benu. This is a Euphoria. 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 This is iced caramel latte. Go over that another time to get the full impact of the sparkle. It's a long name. I'll have to put it on another line. Caramel latte. Latte. And this is Diamine salted caramel. Just put that line under it. Diamine. I know a lot. I have seen some people, I think, or maybe they've even said they like edit out their vocals when they, not vocals is a bad word, when they were like doing the original swatching, and they just like dub in stuff they say after the fact, like basically like talking through it and speeding up. And this is Diamine salted caramel. Another, it's a great ink to go with this like very, very unique pen. And tell me down in the comments if you're still watching at this point, what inks have happily surprised you? You thought not my style at all when you first got them or saw them online or whatever, but it really, really ended up growing on you, even becoming a favorite. Definitely. I'm so happy. I'm really looking forward to getting a full bottle of this really unique, gorgeous, gorgeous ink. Put aside everything so I do not make a mistake and grab something by mistake. I'll put that up there. Again, I'm sorry for the small, tight workspace. Pull anything off to the side. No, okay, this is another Benu. Like, surprise, surprise. This is their Bloody Mary. This is enough. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been forgetting to, oh, what a stooge I am, forgetting to write the size of the nibs I have them in, but I guess, oh well, just like write them in after the fact. This is a fine. The Benus so far have all been mediums, and this is fine. I could not resist this like beautiful pop of red. This is a Pannonia ink. This is Meggyes. This means sour cherry in Hungarian. It's just a standard ink, so I will not be worrying about like shaking that up and making sure that all the shimmer particles are, like distributed throughout the pen, so I'm getting a good enough sample with it. This is another lovely, more like a brownish red, sort of. It's not like bright, like teacher correcting your papers, that kind of red color. Oh, and I love it. You can see it's really, real. I'll pull it closer to the camera at the end, but there's really, really starting to be some gold shimmers in the salted caramel mini swatch. This is, it's such a great red. Pannonia, I didn't even know about this company until Goldspot featured them. They were on sale last year on fountainpen day, the first Friday, and technically the first weekend. It's extended to in November, and wow, I've gotten so many other Pannonia inks since then. This is just absolutely a great brand. Sometimes you don't know about a brand, and then wow, I'm so happy I finally discovered this. I cannot wait to get and hopefully I will be able to squeeze the other inks on there. This is a BENU. I mean, believe it or not, I do have brands that are not BENU. Maybe pull this up a little bit closer. BENU, Bloody Euphoria, Bloody Mary. Probably won't end up uploading this on the day I'm shooting it. Euphoria. Bloody Mary. Your red is such a bright, like vibrant, like in your face color. And it's not for everyone, not for like the subtle-minded, but definitely I really, really love this. This is Pannonia Megyesh. Megyesh. The G-Y sound in Hungarian isn't pronounced like a lot of people assume. It's not Megyesh, it's Megyesh. That it's kind of pronounced like the D-Y enduring or dew, depending on like the pronunciation you use of those words. Megyesh. Hungarian is one of my favorite languages. It's such a beautiful, bright red. And speaking of red, oh, and another Diamine Inkvent. This is a Delta pen from their new Signs of Time series. I did a video recently with this in the cave painting series also. It's cave paintings pen also in that series, but I just felt like I was looking too like amateurish and embarrassing and saying like messing up. Like I figured like why bother humiliating myself in public by uploading that video, even if I like started over. I'll just wait until I've collected some more in that series and do like a whole video talking about the Signs of Time series. And this will be having the Grotto from the Diamine Inkvent. Again, this is one I thought it was cool. Maybe I would get a full bottle, but now I'm definitely leaning towards like, yeah, definitely. This is like in my, I don't know, my top 10 is still like pretty much what it was in the wrapping up Inkvent video I did, but like probably it might squeeze into my top 15, and definitely I would love to get a full bottle of this like beautiful ink. It's so very unique. It's like reddish orangey, and it has kind of like a pinky undertone, and it sheens, dries to kind of like a greenish orange. So it's like definitely not like anything I currently have in my collection. This is, again, did I say it? And it's an extreme sheen. This is definitely like, if you like unique colors, this is so fun. Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of ink than the Megyesh. See, it looks more like towards the orange side of the spectrum. I'm sorry if that noise in the background is picking up on camera. All part of the fun of the abomination known as an open concept house. Sorry, not sorry. I do not understand the appeal of houses deliberately built without many walls or doors to muffle noises. So that's probably good enough of a swatch. Close that up so I do not create a humiliating spill on camera. Put that off to the side, and this is also a medium Delta Signs of Time. This is a fairly new brand to me, Delta. Just, I mean, it is going down looking red, but just wait till it dries up. It's really, really cool. Delta Signs of Time. And this is a classical art, so it's meant to like reflect Greco-Roman art, like, the kind of like, I guess the colors they used in their pottery and some of their mosaics and stuff. And this is Diamine Grotto Inkvent. Diamine. This is like such a happy surprise. I'm so glad I decided to, use more of the Inkvent inks in preparation for possibly buying some full bottles next time there's going to be a sale, and that the Cult Pens summer sale, it doesn't apply to them because I guess they were on pre-release, so it's not like an existing product that would really, you would put on sale. And this is, I haven't used this pen for quite a while. Like, it's a Laban Rose. It was more of one of my more impulse buys. Oh, it's a pretty color. It's like a medium blue in the cracked ice acrylic. That's not nice, but it's not really one like, oh yeah, I must have this. But so if I were going to sell some pens, this probably would be one of the ones I would consider parting with, just because it's more of an impulse buy. Another Pannonia ink. This is Csillant, which means nettle in Hungarian. Do another thing. I'm really sorry about my small workspace. I feel like I have to cough or clear my throat, but I'm not going to do that and like mess up the one take through like video, you know, like damn the torpedoes full speed ahead. Chalant. I have a few more pens left, and the writing, the nib, it's okay, but it kind of feels a little bit like hard. It doesn't feel as like, I guess, soft or as like flexible as some of my other pens. And maybe that I need to like sit with it for a while longer, just because I just don't have too much experience using this pen. I got it in a, I think it came in a medium. That was the only one they had left from the super sale at Gold Spot, but I just felt like, oh, this would be cool. Medium will help showcase inks with special properties better. And again, I just wasn't really thinking, oh, is this really something I like, or would it's just more of like an impulse buy. So this is Laban Rosa. Laban Rosa. This is Sky Blue, it's called. Sky Blue. Hopefully I will have drive here from 6, 7, ox, 9, cent, elf. Maybe I can squeeze. I'll try my best. And this is Pannonia Chilant. Chilant. It's a nice shade of green, but maybe I just needed a different nib size in this pen, or one of their more, like, I guess, upscale models. But I will have to, you know, like, see how I still feel about the pen at the end of the month. Like, maybe I will end up, you know, eventually really liking it more than I do now, even though I admit it was initially like, pretty much an impulse buy. And this is going to be one of my sailor pens. This is the Cobra that was a Gold Spot exclusive. I used a Suboku, which I did in a recent video about I pretty much like forgot about these for a long time, sailor ink samples. It looked like it had pretty much like evaporated a little bit in the bottle, so there was less left than there were in the other sailor inks. I'm not really sure what was like going on there. That light is much better. So I really liked the way it looked, but in the Clairefontaine paper I've been using it on, it looks lighter than it did in the swatch card. So when it looked more like a blue-black. So I don't know what's going on there, but you know, so much does depend on the kind of paper you use. Let's see if I can get a little bit dry. Okay, that's good. Sailor Suboku. Don't want to embarrass myself by spelling the name on camera. Yeah, that looks closer to what it did on the swatch than it has in the Clairefontaine, mostly paper I've been using in the CVS caliber paper. It is a really nice shade of blue. Maybe I would get a full bottle, maybe not, but you know, sailors' prices there can be like really through the rough. Yeah. And this is the Cobra. This is a broad nib. This is Sailor Cobra. Cobra and Sailor Sobuku. Shobuku. I'm sorry, I'm embarrassing myself. Just want to double and triple check. Suboku. 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 I'm sorry, I just don't have much familiarity with the names of the sailor inks. Sailor Cobra. Sailor Suboku. Only a few more left to go. How is my time? Like, it's not too bad. I've seen much longer currently inked videos. This is that's good thing that was shut up. The Esterbrook Esty. This is going to be the final Inkvent. This is a Blue Moon. I decided to like go for it. I've been thinking for a while of doing like I could have probably had more space if I'd written currently inked in smaller font, but you know, live and learn. This is the Good Tidings, which was the final bottle of last year's Inkvent. They managed to make a black ink Christmassy somehow. It's like really, really dark purple and has kind of like a goldy sheen. So this is like a a great ink if you're interested in black inks. They made it like so unique and festive, and it's an extreme sheen. This is going to be really fun to actually write with in a pen. This is one of the ones I'm thinking of like possibly getting, you know, a full bottle of. Hopefully that will squeeze into the page. Really, really pretty. It's definitely dramatic. That's the kind of things you like. I guess that's probably the last. Maybe, yeah, I could probably fit another one and just squeeze it in on the bottom. Again, this is a learning process for me. Not Sailor, Esterbrook. Esty is the light. I'm sorry if the light is fading from the sky, and it has kind of been like, you know, overcast for a while, like the last few days. I'm not even like in the frame anymore. Okay, so this is Esterbrook Esty Blue Moon. This is a fine nib. I think that was the only nib size they had left, or the largest one they had left. This was like, you know, when they brought it back, and it was, I guess, selling out fast, and they brought it, they had a second run, or technically a third run of this recently, so maybe I could have gotten it then, but, you know, I do like the fine nib of the Esterbrook Esty Blue Moon. You know, black ink pretty much goes with any color of pen. You don't have to match it to a black pen. And this is, yeah, I can definitely already see it like drying up to its extreme sheen. Diamine. Good tidings. Good tidings. Tidings. And this is definitely a really great statement ink iron. I already said that, and I'll try to squeeze in just the one more, which I had in not last month, 2 months ago's Currently Inked, the Kujaku from Pilot Iroshizuku with another Esterbrook Esty. This is the Funky Lake, and back to the land over on the side. Right there, I do need a much more efficient system for my swatching videos, and this will not be too like big of a swatch because I just have to like squeeze it down onto the very bottom. So I guess that's a lesson learned. Only do maybe like, you know, 10 pens inked a month, even though 11 is my, you know, favorite color. It's like the perfect like thing to get onto the page. But I will have more space in future because I won't have like this like written all up at the top in larger typeface. And this is Kujaku. It really does meet the Japanese meaning of peacock. It's like a really beautiful ink, and it perfectly matches the pen. It's just like an absolute dream. I'm so happy I got this before Iroshizuku decided to jack up the prices yet again, but I do realize like the yen has kind of been in the toilet since COVID, so like the Japanese pen companies can't really help raising their prices all the time. They're, you know, just trying to like make a living and stuff. Esterbrook Esty. Is going to the land. Is it in focus? I'm sorry if the light, hopefully that light looks better. Esterbrook Esty Funky Lake, back to the land. I'm sorry if this video is running a bit long, but next time I will try to streamline it more if possible. Back to the land. To land. Funky Lake. This was another awesome sale I got at Pen Chalet. I love like surprise, you know, sales, particularly on pens I've been eyeing for a while. And this is Pilot Iroshizuku. Hopefully try to squeeze that into that last line. Pilot Iroshizuku Kujaku. Thankfully that has a short name, and I will not have to worry about running out of space on that line. This was also one of the pens I brought to Colorado. It was like starting to run low, and I like filled it up all the way again. I didn't want, trouble on the plane. So again, next month I won't be like blabbing about like taking planes on a pen. Oh, there was another little thing. So hopefully, can you guys see that? So this is the Visconti Voyager, the Monte Verde. This is the vibe, the cosmic glow. I'm really sorry if the light is not particularly good. The window is open and everything. And this is the Forest Gâteau, which is a scented ink. This is salted caramel. This is like so freaking pretty. I could bring it up closer so you guys can see. Isn't that like really pretty? Like this, I love the salted caramel. I just can't say like enough about how much it was a huge surprise. This is a Meg Diesch, the sour cherry, the Diamine Grotto. These really very, very interesting sheeny kind of ink. I'm not seeing so much the goldy green sheen as I have on the Clairefontaine papers, but that's interesting. It writes differently in all sorts of papers. This is the Pannonia Chilant, the green ink, the Suboku, the kind of like bluish black type of ink from Sailor, the Good Tidings from Diamine, I can't really see the goldy sheen, but again, like it all depends on the kind of paper. And finally, the Kujaku ink from Pilot at the very bottom. It's not really showing up on camera the way I'm seeing it in person, but sometimes on the playback it does look like it did when I was writing it. So like, who knows what's going on? I do need a much better like filming system. So thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.